In my previous video, I explained that there is only one substance in the whole universe, and I also explained how the Creator made one substance appear to be many. I also noted that our senses played a great role into this play of creation. In this video, I will discuss more about light as one universal substance and how our senses deceive the self into believing that he sees light. When we hear the word light, the first thing that comes to our mind is what makes us see things, and it is everywhere from the light that we see in our sun, or in our moon, or in the stars, the light that we see in our room, or the headlight of your car that illumines your way home, or even the light particles in atoms, which is the building blocks of everything that we see. But what if I told you that it is not what we think it is? Walter Russell defines light as a substance. It is unchanging, unconditioned, undivided, and it is devoid of form. It is eternal, no beginning and no ending. It is still white light. Just imagine yourself looking out in a room where all you could see is white or just dark. Can you perceive any change or dimension? Here in this room, you cannot sense anything, but you can know everything. Your limitations depend upon where your imagination can reach. Walter Russell also added that light cannot be seen with our eyes, because if it can, all we would see is one. No separateness, no differences, no dimension, no length, no width, no height, and no volume. There's also no time, for time means sequences of events. All you can see is the still white light or dark, for that which is dark to our senses is absence of motion. If you can't see light with your eyes, there will be no play, there will be no drama into which you can be an actor. But you made such an amazing idea to create something out of that one thing by setting it into motion to simulate the idea of a substance. And out of that seeming substance, which is really just wave motion, you created bodies of matter. What we thought as bodies of matter again is just a motion, wave motion. Motion will only respond to other motion. It does not respond to stillness. Our eyes and our other senses are made out of that motion. Wave motion appear and disappear for a moment, and it will again reappear in an endless cycle. Cycle of a wave is the reason why particles that make up our cell oscillate at least trillion times per second, that they look steady in our eyes. They live and dies trillion times per second. The cell in your body, which is an accumulation of that tiny particles, live for days and then dies. And then your body, which is accumulation of trillion of cells, live for years and then dies. The greater the accumulation of wave motion, the longer their cycle will become. Bodies in reality do not live and die because the truth is that which what we thought as bodies are wave motion only. Wave motion will then reappear to repeat the cycle. Reappearance of bodies is what we term as reincarnation. Eternal rebirth is only a fulfillment of a cycle. What we term life and death are just cycle of a wave. There's no life in a wave because it is just motion. That which what we term as death is just a disappearance of motion. Realize this fact because it has a great significance to you. That which what we call as seeing or sensing is in reality just an awareness of motion only. Your awareness of different patterns of motion is the cause of perceiving different kind of things. All motion is expressed through waves. Awareness of wave motion through your senses deceive you into believing that you see light when there is but motion. You must understand that how our senses perceive things will depend upon the excitation of the photoreceptor in our eyes, or vibration in our eardrum, or excitation of our nerve fibers in our tongue and the membrane of our nose. Our senses are limited into detecting certain wave frequency. What I mean by that is that not all the time our senses will respond to motion, even though they are made to sense wave motion, but not the whole range of it. Refusal of our senses to respond does not mean it never happened. It's just that the potential of that wave motion are too low or too high for our senses to respond. Take this for example. This is a video from Indie Hack. Using your remote control, point the LED bulb in front of your eyes while pressing any buttons. Your eyes can perceive that wave motion, but that LED bulb actually emits infrared waves. Now try to look at it with the aid of your phone's camera, and you will sense a pinkish glow of light. That only proves the limitation of your senses. Our science of today are based upon empirical knowledge, which is basically derived from observed effect. We rely too much on our senses to gather evidence when our senses, like our eyes, cannot sense the whole of effect. We estimated that light travels at 186,262 miles per second for the belief that light travels. That which what we see as light is a wave. Wave only seems to travel. It reproduces instead, from point to point. Our sun is an accumulation of countless billions of atoms that it would require billions of years to complete its wave cycle. Tremendous wave vibration of that sun dissipates its accumulated potential through waves. That waves lower its potential as it gets farther from the sun, and it keeps reproducing until it reaches our Earth's atmosphere and finally head towards the center of the Earth, causing that dissipating wave to recondense and increase in potential. That which discharges the sun charges the Earth. The heat that we feel through our skin is no longer the same heat that comes from our sun. It is but a reproduction of wave vibration of the sun through our Earth's atmosphere, causing you to feel heat. If not due to our dense Earth's atmosphere, everything that we call life on Earth would vaporize. The reason why you can't look directly at the sunlight is because particles that made your eyes cannot withstand the reproduction of that tremendous wave vibration and can cause damage to it. Wave motion is actually a great topic to discuss because it is the working force of the universe. It is where vertical motion is born. As Walter Russell said, in the waves lies the secret of creation. So therefore, know the wave. It is a great surprise that the great and well-known scientist Nikola Tesla is one of the people who believe Walter Russell. Nikola Tesla then quoted, "If you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Interestingly, frequency and vibration is a characteristic of a wave. So guys, be a part of this great era of awakening. Watch all my videos with discernment. Share it with your friends and hit subscribe button to keep you updated for more videos to come. Thank you.